Hey guys, so for this progress report video, I'm going to be combining December and January together since I didn't really play much in December, so it's going to be a very short part. We're in the new year now, and I originally had hoped not to bring the verification into 2025, but now my hope is that I can get it done at least before we reach the 1 year mark, which I didn't even think that would ever be in the question, but we're only 3 months away now. So let's just get into the video. For December, I didn't expect to be able to do much this month, but I was even busier than I expected, so I don't have much for this part. For how much I played in December, I think I did good enough. I thought I would be able to play consistently for at least the second half of the month, but like I said, I was just busier than I anticipated until like the third week of December, so it is what it is. I got up to 215,000 attempts this month, with only 6,000 for the whole month in 7 streams.
I started off with a promising run of 17 to 82, which I believe is my new longest run, spanning 65%. So that's pretty good. But I was a bit slow from 0. My runs were okay though. It was nice to get my 5th 49 to 100 run on stream 138. And from here I started to stream a little bit more consistently because we're already at December 21st right now. So I got back to Iris from 0, dying at 48%. Followed by my 4th total 56 to 100 run, and another Burgadaz attempt from 0. I finally died at the UFO click at 59 after fluking it so many times. And this was probably the first time I didn't feel upset dying to this part. After this, on stream 142, I got to the last part from 35, dying at 91. This isn't my best run from 35 though, I actually got 35 to 94 in October, but I think I'll end up doing 35 to 100 pretty soon. I'm getting much more consistent at Griefer and the Tacos wave. My best run from 0 was 53%, and this was actually the last stream of the month. And that's it. That's kind of an overview of what happened.
After December, my only goal for January was just to get another Griefer attempt, which might seem like a low ball goal, but I knew I wasn't going to even be able to start with January until like the second week because I was going away, so that's all I hoped for, just another Griefer attempt. But yeah, that's it for December. Now we're just going to move on to January. For January, I played a whole lot more during this month, besides the 1 week that I went away, which was right at the beginning of the month. But other than that, I'm happy to say I'm back to streaming this level consistently. January had 17 streams, still a bit less than usual, but a step up for sure. I reached 232,000 attempts during the month of January, and really all I wanted to do was to get back on track. The first 3 streams were before I went away for a week, so I didn't really feel too much pressure to do anything impressive. But with that being said, I did very well for what I was expecting. On stream 144, I got 46%, and on stream 145, I got 51%. Additionally, I got a 35 to 88 run on stream 145, and I'm still hoping to get a 35 to 100 run soon. Unfortunately, it has yet to happen. I came back a week later, and it was already mid-January, so at this point my plan was to get back to the streaming consistency that I used to be at. And gradually I started to get used to the daily grief routine once again. For the first few days back, there was nothing really substantial to comment on. I got some runs in the 40s and 50s, and I got another 56 to 100 and another 49 to 100. We're now on stream 150, and a lot of you guys were asking me if I plan on doing anything special, but I never did. I was really just trying to get my consistency back. There was no hope to do anything, groundbreaking or anything. That's 85% of the level completed in 1 run, and now, of course, my new longest run. I think this run is definitely harder than 80%, and fucking tidal wave for that matter. Despite that absolutely insane run, I struggled to play well for the following few streams. At this point in the verification, being 9 months in, and still feeling like there's no end in sight, was just getting really annoying and demotivating. I was just sick of it. A lot more often now, I found myself not even playing Grief on stream, which led to a new side quest of re-beating Slaughterhouse. As much as I've played this goddamn level, I only have it completed a single time, on December 19, 2021, as you know. But yeah, so I just started playing it. I ended up, doing some good runs, a lot quicker than I expected. I got 94% on stream 144. I got 93% on stream 146, and I finally rebeat it on stream 154.
Yes. Finally, bro.
There's a little side quest I had going on. Anyway, moving on, this kind of hopelessness continued until stream 157. Every once in a while, I get a stream that stands out from the rest, and this was one of those streams. I got my first run past the Tacos wave from 25%, being 25 to 84. I unfortunately died to something really dumb, but it's still important progress, so we'll take it. When I started to play from 0 that stream, I felt like I actually had the potential to get some good runs in. For a while I had been stuck, unable to get past the 51% choke point, which was actually the furthest I'd gotten since December, and it was just something I died to numerous times throughout the month. I got to the drop pretty quickly, so I was thinking maybe this could be good. But sadly, I died to some stupid shit at 29, but I didn't let that stop me from locking in. About 10 minutes later, I got back to the drop and passed Triplash this time. Then I passed Cuber, then Iris, then I passed 51%. Finally, I had the opportunity to get to the second drop once again, and I did just that. Oh my god, fuck. 69%, not really surprised about that one at all, so I was just happy that I got another second drop attempt because it's been a while. Being so used to my lack of progress recently, I was very satisfied. One of the side benefits to getting a good run like this is that I don't really have to worry about performing for the rest of the stream, you know, since I met my expectations for the day, and it alleviates a lot of pressure. Though a lot of the time, this causes me to lose focus and not get any runs for the rest of the stream. But by a stroke of luck, I got to the drop again about 2 minutes later. I figured I would just die to Triplash, and to be honest, I really didn't care. But I didn't die to Triplash, and after passing Cuber as well, I started to take the attempt a little more seriously. I got all the way back to Burger Daz with almost no nerves, but you know, that wasn't gonna last forever. I'm not Superman, so the nerves started coming back pretty quickly. But I did get to the second drop again, and the nerves were just now starting to kick in, so I had a huge advantage that I couldn't waste.
Oh, what the fuck? No, bro, I was trying so hard, bro.
That is 2 second drop attempts, no more than 5 minutes apart from each other, and one got to Grenade of Tacos. That right there is half of my second drop attempts, by the way, in one day. I think this stream is a huge turning point for me because it kind of made me realize how much more difficult I was making it for myself by the amount of pressure I put on myself. That seems kind of obvious, but I didn't really know how it felt when I was just kind of more calm. Like, it was just so much easier to play. And of course, I still feel a lot of pressure to perform when I'm far, but now I think I may go about playing this level in a bit of a different way, not really forcing myself to stream every day, and really trying my best just to care less about my runs and just to calm down, bro, because I needed to calm the fuck down. It's not an easy thing to do, but I genuinely have felt a big difference in my nerves since that stream. So the last 2 streams of the month had some decent runs. I got a 49 to 100 again. I got a 44 to 98. But 52% was my best from 0 on stream 159. And with that little end segment, it may look like stream 157 meant absolutely nothing and was just a fluke, but judging by how February is going so far, I can confidently say that things have changed. My goal for February is to get past 80%, which was my goal for December, but again, I was barely able to stream, so my progress definitely got delayed. I'm very confident that I can finally get past 80 now. Okay, enough yapping. I did actually finally make some changes. It's been a long time. In January, I decided to buff some things, actually. So first off, at 57%, I slightly buffed this club step monster in the wave transition by adding little spikes to the top of the mouth. The second change was at the end of the wave. I moved the bottom structure here up so that the wave release was harder. The next change is still in Burgadaz at 59%. This spike didn't even have a hitbox before, so I just added it in. That's it. Lastly, at 98%, Ice Cave and I agreed to add Invisible Saw here to prevent double clicking and basically forcing the player to just do it in one release. It's also a subtle callback to this unintentional Invisible Saw at 28% in Slaughterhouse, so just for the record, I wouldn't typically do something like this. I'm not Zoink. So that concludes this monthly grief report. Even for combining 2 months, not much even happened until the very end, but I suspect that will change pretty soon. I don't want to hype up February too much, just in case it goes wrong, but I'm excited is all I'll say. Alright, see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.